Essex won away from victory after 14-wicket day. Hosts Lancashire were in deep trouble going into day 3 at Emirates Old Trafford, as a top-order collapse had left them 32 for 5 in reply to Essex's 391. Lancashire are unbeaten this season, but in deep trouble here, and it was down to Phil Salt and Luke Wood as the two batters at the crease to attempt to salvage something for the Red Rose and avoid defeat. Wood in particular looked in good early touch, and he'd take the home side to 50, but any feel of a comeback building was swiftly ended by Essex's Simon Cook. First, as Wood edged through to keeper Rossington, and second, as Tom Bailey was trapped in front. Lancashire 59 for 7, and Cook had 4. And bad got even worse for the home side. Hassan Ali gone for a duck. Lancashire had lost 3 wickets for just 1 run. With backs against the wall, Phil Salt decided to go on the attack, and he launched Shane Snater for a 6 before sweeping the spin of Harmer for 4 more. And number 10, Matt Parkinson, was also getting on the act as the pair took the side to 3 figures. But Salt's lone hand of 44 would come to an end with the bowling of Matt Critchley, the wicketkeeper adding some respectability to the score, but the home side was still almost 300 runs behind. And in the very next over, it was all over. Parkinson finding the man on the boundary, as Lancashire were all out for 103. Salt the only innings of note with 44, and Cook the standout bowler with 4 for 18. Essex had no hesitation in sticking Lancashire straight back in and enforcing the follow-on, and openers Wells and Jennings had 4 overs before lunch to navigate, which they did so without issue, but also without any runs, none for none at the break, and the deficit 288. But Essex would make the breakthrough immediately after lunch. Jamie Porter clean bowling Keaton Jennings with a beauty to leave Lancashire 2 for 1. Wells and Bohannon batted for an hour together to add 30, but Bohannon would fall to Harmer as he was caught at short leg. And Essex would soon have another, Wells pulling Cook straight to square leg, the hosts 45 for 3, and facing the potential of a 3-day defeat. But the experienced pair of Stephen Croft and Dane Villas then saw their side through to the tea break without any further loss. Lancashire 65 for 3 at the break, Croft on 14 and Villas on 11. After the interval and the pair found runs starting to flow, both striking boundaries with increasing regularity, and Dane Villas even striking Simon Harmer for a 6. The pair took their side past 100 and the partnership stood at 78 when Essex would next take a wicket. Croft caught in the deep for 39 after sweeping Harmer. But Villas continued onwards, and 2 boundaries in 1 Harmer over took the Lancashire skipper past 50 for the 4th time this season. Along with Phil Salt, the two added a half century for the 5th wicket, with Salt striking 4 fours and a 6 on his way to 31. But he'd fall to Matt Critchley for the 2nd time in the day, this time caught behind by Rossington. Night watchman Matt Parkinson came out ahead of Luke Wood, but Wood would have to bat anyway after Essex claimed the vital wicket of Dane Villas, LBW to Harmer. Lancashire now 182 for 6 and still over 100 behind. And Parkinson would depart too, caught at short leg as Essex were on a roll. Play was due to finish at 6:30, but all of a sudden, with the result deemed possible, the extra half hour was taken, and justifiably so. Cook getting Tom Bailey caught out on the fence. Lancashire 202 for 8, Essex just 2 wickets away from victory. Which became 1 wicket when Hassan Ali in his final game for the club found the fielder on the boundary to give Harmer his 5th wicket of the innings and his first 5-wicket haul of the season. James Anderson and Luke Wood would see out the rest of the day to leave Essex with 1 wicket to take for victory when they return tomorrow. Lancashire 213 for 9, still trailing by 75 runs.